covering the community, events, and people of Georgia, Carolina. This is the Means Report. Here is Brad Means.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Means Report. We are so happy to have you with us on this Sunday, as always. We're grateful for your time, and we promise to make it worth your while. Another power-packed edition of the Means Report today. We're going to talk to Mayor Deke Copenhaver. He's here for his periodic visit to talk about all the things happening in and out of the municipal building, including a little bit of controversy with some commissioners lately, also a couple of raises that have made many of you displeased, to say the least. We'll talk to Mayor Copenhaver about that and everything else that's going on in the CSRA. Some exciting news to share too, so we always look forward to his visit. We also want to make you aware of a very special celebration that is about to get underway, a quarter century of helping burn patients and their families. You're going to want to be a part of it, and it really is a pleasure to help remind you of it today. It's the Southeastern Firefighters Burn Foundation, marking 25 years of service to this community, and in many cases serving people who are from far outside this place where we live. Dr. Jo Maypole is the president and CEO of the foundation, and she's been kind enough to join us today. Jo, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Brad. It's so good to be here.
Well, we're grateful to have you here. Just by way of refreshing everyone's memory, tell everybody what the Southeastern Firefighters Burn Foundation does. And first, to answer this question, tell me what you do for burn patients' families.
Okay. Well, that's our primary mission, and that is to provide families who come to Augusta. Sometimes, frankly, they're here for weeks. We provide them lodging. We operate a guest house that'll sleep 40 people on any given night, and we provide that lodging to them free.
And then the patients themselves, when they're discharged, there's assistance there from the foundation, correct?
There is. So many of our families, frankly, some of them come to us financially disadvantaged. Many of them leave financially disadvantaged, and so part of what we do is try to make sure that no patient leaves without the proper medication they need. Sometimes we provide the transportation for them to actually get back to their home community, and it's not uncommon for us to purchase some special garments they call anti-scarring garments that are our support garments for their scars.
I have never hesitated on the news to say that the institution that Dr. Still founded in 1988 is the best in the world, and people recognize that. Tell us about the places where people come from. It's not just the CSRA.
Well, it really is truly a world-class burn center, and we have about a little over 2,000 patients a year that arrive. Most of them are from across the Southeast, but many of them come from other countries. They actually come from outside of the United States. They come from all across the country, primarily from the Southeast.
Just to give people an idea of how intimately involved you are with the healing process, and you may not know the answer to this, but I remember a story from where those two celebrities were hurt in the plane crash in Colombia a few years back. They were treated at the burn center, and a representative of the burn center, I believe it may have been a nurse, actually traveled back to California by bus with one of the folks who was treated, correct?
Well, that was before my time, but I've heard that story,
Yeah.
and it's not surprising to me because that staff is very much like family, and sometimes those patients are with us for so long that the staff and the families and the patients become very close, and so quite frankly, that would not surprise me.
What's the atmosphere like inside the Chasis House on a daily basis, especially when you have a house full? Is it people just grateful to have those walls and that roof? Are they all just kind of leaning on each other?
I think that's a good description of it. I think very much the mood of the house changes depending on probably the most severe patient that's in there at that point in time. The families do a great job of sort of helping support each other, and they are grateful. It's not uncommon at all for us to get a note or them to stop by the office and just thank us. The most common thing that they say is God bless you, and we always try to let them know that it's really the hospital and the healthcare providers that do the miracles. We do the mothering.
Tell me about this documentary that's going to be shown on March 6th as we celebrate 25 years of the foundation operating in this area and doing such beautiful work as you've described. This is called Trial by Fire, Lives Reforged. Tell me what this, and while you're telling about it, we're going to show little pieces of it. Tell me what this is about and why y'all are showing it.
Well, we had a great opportunity to, for the filmmakers to bring this brand new documentary to Augusta. It's about 7 burn survivors, and it's the story of how they were burned and sort of their path back to recovery. And they are truly amazing stories, and they actually came to Augusta to film one of the burn survivors who was treated here. He's a teenager from South Carolina, and he is just an amazing young man. And he and his mother will be coming back for that event.
What do you think viewers will take away from this? What do you think the audience is going to get out of watching the kind of work y'all do and the results that you can get through proper burn treatment?
I think probably, you know, I've watched it a couple of times now, compliments of the filmmakers, and I think they will take away, first of all, a better understanding of sort of what burn care is like and what it's like to be inside of the skin of that person who suffers that burn. I think more than that, though, they will take away a different feeling about the human spirit, because it really is the story of 7 amazing people and how they overcome great odds.
Well, I think 25 is an incredible milestone. I think we should take time to celebrate it and certainly acknowledge what it is. What do you see going forward? What do you see for the future of the Still Burn Center and the Southeastern Firefighters Burn Foundation?
Well, I think the Burn Foundation, the beauty of the Burn Foundation is after 25 years, our mission is still very much what it was for when Dr. Still founded the foundation. And that was to take care of those families, because we want those families near their loved ones. And so by giving them a place to stay every night, and the churches in Augusta provide a hot meal every day for our guests, I see us continuing this mission. I see us doing everything we can to protect the families and the patients that come through there, and to really extend the true spirit of hospitality to those people as if they were guests in our own homes.
Joe Maypole, before you led the Burn Foundation, you led United Way of the CSRA. You seem to always be in a position where you're helping people who are experiencing the toughest of times. Where did you get the heart to do that? Mom, dad, all of the above? Why do you do what you do for a living? Well,
I think you nailed it. I grew up in a family, I suppose, that was rich in love, and I had 2 very, very compassionate parents, and some of my very earliest memories are taking boxes to people's homes during the holidays filled with food for needy families and all. So I would say I was fortunate to have very good parents.
Well, you're carrying on their legacy very well. You know, you hear the words president and CEO, and that might be off-putting, but you're the kindest, warmest executive, and we're so grateful to you for what you do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and on behalf of the patients and those families that I work for, I thank you for your support.
Absolutely. March 6th, we need y'all's support too to go out and check out that documentary, Trial by Fire, Lives Reforged. Mark 25 years, won't you, of the Southeastern Firefighters Burn Foundation. That's Wednesday, March 6th, coming up quickly, 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the beautiful Maxwell Performing Arts Theater on the campus of Georgia Regents University, right there in the middle of the hill. It's free, and you can find out more by going to their website, trialbyfire.com. Dr. Joe Maypole, please give our best to everybody at the foundation, and thank you.
I will. Thank you, Brad.
Yes, ma'am. When we come back, Mayor Deke Copenhaver with a busy agenda at the Marble Palace. He'll let you know what's going on in our community, as he always does, as the Means Report continues.